Right out of the gate. We're going to get a delay. And that'll set them back 5. The delay of game backs him up 5, 1st and 15. Jones with a handoff to Barkley. He wipes out the penalty yardage with a good run to get it back to 2nd and 7. Decided to hand it off that time on the run-pass option.
Appeared to be an easy decision. Just gave it inside. Nice steady gain.
At the 34-yard line.
Second and 7, operating from the 34. It's Barkley on the counter. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. Give him 14 on that one and a first down.
Well, there's plenty of real estate for him to maneuver on that run, and let's face it, it shouldn't be a surprise. He's one of the better backs in the league. Had to come into this game with the idea, slow him down, otherwise it's going to be a long afternoon.
On 1st and 10, Jones sliding out of the pocket. He's going to take off with it. Give him 10 that time, escaping the danger, running with it, and picking up a first down.
Partner, he was going through his progressions. Not there, not there. After about the 3rd one, he decided he better pull it down and run for it. And he slides down and avoids the hit for good measure.
And they went the wrong way there. Losing yardage back at the 43-yard line. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
2nd and 11. On the Seahawks 43-yard line.
On 2nd down, here's Barkley. 4 yards on the pickup there as they get it back to a more manageable 3rd and 7.
Well, I think that's what they're going to need to do here in the first half. You've got to take some pressure off of this young quarterback, and no better way to do it than to establish the running game early.
Jones fakes the give to Barkley. Flushed out right. And he's taken down inside the 30. Give him 10 yards there as this offense is on a roll. This drive continues to plunge forward. Nice job keeping that opening drive alive, and they're in plus territory, that part of the field where you really want to convert on 3rd down. They did.
Big time pickup for them, and now I think the aggressive play callers think to themselves, this part of the field, I take my shot at the end zone, because the closer you get to the end zone, the field gets condensed. Makes it a lot tougher to run those routes. You still got a chance to actually run past people right now. Take your shot at the end zone early in the down and distance count.
First carry for the Clemson man, Wayne Gallman. And they'll bring him down at the 18-yard line. 4 yards the pickup, first down. Not a whole lot there. The defense was ready, it looked, for that run-pass option.
You get the sense that next time he has that opportunity, he may keep it himself and get to the perimeter. Probably owes his back a little bit of...
And he will take it on in for a giant touchdown.
Barkley on the carry.
An 18-yard touchdown run. And the Giants take it right down and score on the opening drive. So much for being intimidated on the road in the playoffs, right? That was a pretty clinical drive right there.
Yeah, they seem to come out with the attitude of, we don't deal with pressure. We create it on the other team. Just took it right down the field and stuffed it in the end zone.
Gano now following the touchdown, here to kick it away. This will make it into the end zone. And they'll get him down right at the 25-yard line, so the same result, and he opted for the touchback.
25-yard line.
Wilson and the Seahawks take over now, 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line.
49, guys. Mike, 49. Hey, come on now, Check three. Got it.
This is the Oklahoma State alum, Chris Carson. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26.
Down at the 26.
Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
Brings up 2nd and 9.
From the shotgun, Wilson. And his throw here's incomplete. Tyler Lockett was the target there, and it'll bring up 3rd down.
A lot of times it's that first read that you have. Maybe you get it in pre-snap, and he locked in on his target, but he was covered quite well, and that one's incomplete.
After an incomplete pass on 2nd down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9. Now the defense going to use the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. From the gun, it's Wilson. And able to find Dorsett. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. 27 yards there on a very nice 3rd down conversion. So the drive takes them into Giants territory now, 1st and 10 at the 47.
Mike 20. Check. Switch. 14. Hey, alert.
Out of the gun, here's Wilson. He finds Dorsett. It's complete. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on 1st down.
A gain of
that last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1.
Hey, Mike 20. Reload. Shoot.
This is Carson. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. Not enough there for a first. No gain, as a matter of fact. And it leaves them at 3rd and 1. This is 3rd and 1. Very likely 4-down territory, even if they don't get it, though. Now the first carry here for Frank Gore. And he's going to be brought down on what will be the final play of this first quarter. After 7-0 on EA Sports. From the red zone now, here's Wilson on 1st down. And he's going to go down. They sack him back right around the 30. Give the sack to Blake Martinez. And it's never good to take a sack. You really don't want to take one down here in this part of the field down near the red zone.
Not at all, because you're already pretty much assured of a field goal. But you take a big sack, it could push you out of range, and that's why defenses get a little more aggressive in this situation. They're almost conceding the 3 points. They want to push you back and try and take you out of that.
The reception good for 7. It's 3rd down. That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he's unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
This offense 2 for 2 on 3rd downs on this drive. They're in for a tough test here, though. 3rd and long. From the gun, Wilson. Credit the Giants defense that time in pass coverage. 4th down. So 2 3rd down conversions on this drive, but not able to get a 3rd, and now they deal with 4th down.
Field goal. A 40-yard attempt.
And Myers able to knock it through. And they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3. So, yes, it's only 3, but at least they're able to answer back after giving up the touchdown to start the game.
Yeah, I like the observation there because getting some points on the board, very positive for them. Feel a little bit better about things because if you don't score, you potentially have opened the door for them to score again, and then you're down 14.
Giants take over 1st and 10 at their own 31-yard line.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. They had the touchdown on the opening drive of the ball game. It was countered by just a field goal. So, hey, if your guys can do that for 4 quarters, you're in good shape.
Yeah, it is a team game, so that's just good complimentary football. But, you know, I know I'm no brainiac, but you trade 6s for 3s, things are going to work out in your favor.
Yeah, they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. Give them 13 yards on the opening play of the drive and also give them a first down. Now Jones. Open target here, Darius Slayton. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. First catch of this wild card game for a 1,000-yard receiver in the regular season. He's got a first down, too. Now Saquon Barkley. And he'll be brought down at about the 42. Defensively, a solid response after giving up back-to-back first downs. I think you mentioned in the opening drive that these guys needed to establish the run, protect the young QB. Actually wrote that down, believe it or not. So how would you assess things so far?
I'm kind of touched that you actually wrote something like that down. I appreciate that, partner. But I do think they've been able to do that. Maybe not as effectively as they've wanted to, but I think we'll see more of as this game goes along because they want to continue to take care of that young QB.
3-yard gain on the play brings up 3rd down.
If they want it first, they need to get the football to the 32 here on 3rd down. On the draw, this is Barkley. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. That's good for 21 yards and a first down.
Just about every coach we talk to says the crowd shouldn't affect us. That shouldn't be an issue. And then the next breath they talk about taking the crowd and taking them out of the game by picking up first downs and keeping them at bay. I think we just saw an example of that there, didn't we?
Important to do, especially early in the game like they have. So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10. Goldman will run it, and they'll lose yardage here. Knocked back to the 19-yard line. They'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
This defense is really flown around in the first half. They've gotten to the ball carrier before they can really get started. Offense got to come up with something else in order to try and get this running game going.
Maybe just a slight detour on what's been a strong drive. Here's 2nd and 11. Throwing Jones. They'll complete this to Ingram as tight end. And he will reach the 8-yard line before going out. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets them up for 3rd down.
Let's just break this down and make it pretty simple. Key to the drag route, letting the play develop, finding the hole in the defense, and giving your athlete, yes, athlete, a chance to make something happen once he has the ball in his hands.
A reminder coming up at the half, as we've done all year. We'll get you to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. Coach will have the lowdown on what's going on here in this wild card weekend as we begin on the road to Super Bowl 53 in Atlanta. And that one going nowhere from the start as he's met in the backfield and goes backwards. That'll set him back with a loss of 3 on the play. And it'll be 4th down. On 4th down, on is Graham Gano for the Giants field goal.
A 28-yard attempt.
And the 11-year veteran bangs it through. And they push the lead up to a touchdown now at 10-3. So they put together a good little drive there, but ultimately stalling out in the red zone.
Yeah, I know a lot of people look at it as a little bit of a negative. They didn't get 6 points out of it, right? Didn't get the touchdown. But that's actually okay. They got 3 points, able to give their defense a little bit of rest, let them settle down over there. So all in all, to me, that's a good drive.
At their own 25-yard line.
Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. There was still more than a minute to go in the half. Time to try to mount a drive.
And I would think that they would have to. This is today's NFL. You got to push it whenever you get an opportunity. You can never have enough points with the high-powered offenses that you face. And analytics will tell you, try and score when given the opportunity.
Looking for Lockett, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Jason McCourty. And his crew will take over with a football at the 35-yard line. Really nice pick there for the reigning NFC Defensive Player of the Week. And a good story on that. He said he didn't even know he won the award. His buddy had to call him. He saw it on television and said, hey, congratulations. How about that?
And I'll bet you his buddy said, well, since you didn't know, I'll just go ahead and claim the award, right? And everything that goes along with it. But the reason he won the award the previous week and what we just saw there, instincts, understanding where the play is going, and being able to make a play on the football.
They'll roll him out right. Gets this out to Saquon Barkley. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30.
Now that's the type of play that gives you a chance to win. Nothing forced downfield where you don't have a guy open. Swing it out to the back, on maybe even check it down, whatever you want to call it. Gain of 5. You're just trying to get 4 on first down. They're ahead of the chains now.
This one is Slayton over the middle. Now the Giants will use the second of their 3 timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 24 seconds to go in this first half. Barkley will try to punch it in, and he'll actually lose a little bit of yardage here. Back to the 2. The Giants going to burn their 3rd and final timeout as the clock will stop with 21 seconds to go here in the first half. So 2nd and goal, and standing by himself in the backfield, Barkley. And he's got it. Touchdown, Giants. Darius Slayton as the first half is winding down. And the Giants add on to their lead.
Partner, to me, that touchdown had something to...
Oh, and now they're going to fake it. And would you believe it? This is caught in the end zone. And the fake extra point works to extend their lead by 2. So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. We're under 20 seconds to go in the half. I'm guessing the wise play here is be safe.
That is the wise play, because if you think about trying to fool them here, here's what you're facing. You're facing a loosened up secondary, playing a lot deeper than normal. So even if you run some type of misdirection, you're only going to fool them for a second or so. And guess what? They're so deep, they're really not going to be out of position. Take the knee, get to the locker room.
Wilson going to fake the give and keep it himself. He'll have a first down past the 40. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. A gain of 13. It's a first down.
1st and 10 at the 41-yard line.
On 1st and 10, it's Wilson. And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. Now whistles and a timeout with 3 seconds left in the first half. has got it from 55 yards away. That was never in doubt. So we come upon halftime here in this NFC wildcard matchup as we'll send you eastward to Orlando. Standing by with that EA Sports halftime report now is Jonathan Coachman. Take it away, Coach. One of these two teams about to play their final half of the season as we're back at it in this NFC wildcard bout. Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. And tough to win games if you're going field goal, field goal, field goal here. They got field goal last time. Now they'll be looking for a touchdown.
They're looking for the big chunk now because, as you noted, the field goal way of doing it makes it that much harder and puts more pressure on every possession for you now. Go ahead and get 6 and feel a lot more comfortable about the position they're in.
Bigger chunks. We'll see if they can get the score.
Well, they still have time to get them established, but in my estimation, they've got to pick up the urgency here. They've got to get quickly in and out of the huddle and run off a bunch more plays.
They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line. Operating from the gun, Wilson. He's going to air it out for Dorsett. And it's knocked away and incomplete. Philip Dorsett, the intended receiver. 3rd down here.
I'm sure this isn't a novel thought, but maybe run some simpler routes instead of trying to get it all back in one shot. Defense certainly appears to be ready for him. Try and get it back little by little instead of in big chunks.
And that will be incomplete.
He's had trouble finding open receivers all game, CD, and that's because really there hasn't been many. This defense has been all over them.
Yeah, they're one of the better defenses in the league, and every time I talk to someone around the NFL, they all say the exact same thing. They're so fundamentally sound, it's hard to execute against them.
And here's Dixon to punt now as he gets this one away.
On the return is Pettis.
A good head-down running on the return gets about 15 yards.
And it'll be Giant football, 1st and 10.
9-yard line.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. They were able to get the ball back here, didn't surrender any points. Now they'll look to add to that lead.
Now, how about the boost the defense gave them? Going right out on the field, shutting them down, not giving up any points, and turning the ball back over. They want to do their part now and show them a little respect and some gratitude by scoring some points.
And to get a little more cushion. A good run got 7 on 1st. Here's 2nd and 3. They'll go to Barkley again. And that play went nowhere. Losing yardage. It'll be back at the 36. It'll be a loss of a yard, and that's going to lead to a 3rd and 4 coming up.
3rd down.
From the gun on 3rd down, Jones. And Ingram holds it in. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory.
1st down Giants, Jones to Ingram.
We often hear the phrase sure-handed tight ends, and he certainly fits into that category. Plus, he's got a quarterback who knows to look his way when they need a big pickup. And on this
under pressure here, and down he goes. Sacked back at about the 43-yard line. Unable to stop KJ right there as he slips by for the sack. So that complicates things a bit here. 18 yards to go now on 2nd down. Another try after the 1st down sack. Jones, and this is incomplete.
From the snap, he certainly looked like he knew where he wanted to go with the ball, but surprise, that guy was covered. So that took his attention elsewhere to no avail.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Back to throw. Jones. Eluding the pressure right. And incomplete. He had nowhere to throw, so he just tossed it away. But that brings up fourth. Had to pass there. 3rd and long on your own side of the field. Just couldn't come up with anything.
That's why teams always talk about having to win the early downs, meaning you've got to gain yardage and set yourself up for 3rd and short, because when it's 3rd and long, the odds go down significantly trying to pick up the first down, even throwing the football.
At their own 20-yard line.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And, Charles, they're certainly still right in this game, but they need that offense to wake up and in a hurry.
Yeah, I like the way you put it. They certainly did seem to sleepwalk a bit in the first half. Now that their defense has done its job, it's their turn now to go out and try and get some points.
And now the drive starts with a completion out to the right. And he'll be tackled at the 23 after a gain of 3. 3 yards the gain there, 2nd down.
2nd and 7 at the 23-yard line.
You better be ready. Don't be scared of it. 95. Watch the whip.
Here's Wilson. And he can't get away from the pressure. The Giants get there. Give the sack to Lorenzo Carter.
So one quick, easy analysis about why they've struggled so far. They keep putting themselves in 3rd and long situations. They just took another sack right there.
And the offensive film session tomorrow may be a little longer than it normally is.
Not a lot of positive grades will be handed out thus far.
After the sack, they'll come up now 3rd and long.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised to see them run the ball here just to try and get some space. I think most quarterbacks would love to have the goal line actually extend up into the air and turn into a wall. And they can put their back against it and know exactly where they are on the field so they don't end up in the end zone. Didn't do it on that play, but perilously close to the goal line.
So a short drop, but he's able to get it out, and this is a good kick. Here comes Pettis on the return. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. A very good return that time. 18 yards. And the Giants will begin this drive in good shape. 1st and 10. A 1st down carry for Barkley. And he's going to be met at about the 43. A gain of 3, 2nd down.
Yeah, I don't know if it's exactly a win-win, but if you're on offense, you'll take that kind of a run, all right? It was kind of stacked up, found a little bit of yardage, and frankly, they're pretty close to staying on schedule on offense. The playbook is still open for the coordinator.
Here's a pass swung out left to his running back. And he's going to get this down near the 30-yard line. Give him 14 on that one and a 1st down.
And now we get into the psychology of the whole thing, because a lot of teams with a 2-score lead in the 3rd quarter, they almost become defensive with their offense, just playing not to lose. I think with this team, you got to figure at this point, this is a great spot for them to go into attack mode, really try and put the hammer down and finish this one off. When a draw works, it can be a thing of beauty. But when it doesn't, oh, it can be ugly. And in this case, loss of yardage ugly.
One quarter remains in this NFC wild card matchup. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Now it's Barkley. Oh, what a move. Space to run past the 20. And he's got it all the way down to the 12-yard line. A gain there of 21 yards.
I think we're seeing the effect that runs like that are starting to have on this game. They're a little bit slower, that front 7, reacting to the football, almost like body blows in boxing, slowing them down, and they're really starting to take over in this game.
So a solid run by Saquon Barkley, and another 1st and 10 here. No dice this go-around. He's hit behind the line and taken down. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on 1st down. If nothing else, they've already taken a couple minutes off the clock here already as they come up 2nd down. Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. Rolling. So they hit pay dirt, but don't count it yet. There's laundry on the field. We'll see what the penalty flag is about. A costly penalty there. A lineman got downfield, and for the moment, that cost him 6 points. After the penalty, they go with Barkley. They get 2 yards back, but they're going to need a lot more than that here on third down.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where there'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
The Giants on third down. They've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. This is 3rd and 16. Looking to throw. Jones. Smith catches left side. And he's able to work it here to the 8-yard line. They'll get 11, but it'll still lead to a 4th down.
That's certainly playing down in distance very well by the defense, isn't it? Take whatever you want underneath, by all means.
So out comes a field goal team now for the 2nd time here today. From the left hash, a chip shot here. And Godot's kick is right through. And that will make this now a 15-point advantage. So they settle for just the 3, but clearly right now anything helps trying to salt this one away in the 4th.
Without a doubt, obviously a touchdown probably would have been the final nail to finish this thing off, but they still ate up time, got points. So that's not mission accomplished. It's darn close.
DJ Reed on the return. The Seahawks take over 1st and 10. At their own 28-yard.
Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. They are most likely staring at a cold end to their season here in this wild card round. Nothing has gone right so far, and they are, to be frank, in desperation mode now as they begin with a 1st and 10. Now he dumps this off over the middle. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
8 yards on
At this stage, this drive's got to be touchdown or bust because you need 2 of them.
And if I'm the offensive play caller, I'm not just looking at my dagger plays downfield. I'm looking at some of my specials, something that can fool them and give you a big play now.
With a sense of urgency.
No doubt.
Yeah. Wilson hit. It's loose. It's out. Fumble. And this is going to get out of bounds, so they will gain a bit of yardage on the play, actually, and they'll hold on to the football as well. On 3rd and 1, Wilson. Dalvin Tomlinson drops him for a loss of 10, and it's going to be 4th and long.
Whenever you see a team deciding to throw the ball on 3rd and 1, as a defensive player, my mindset is we've got them now, and that's why they dialed up the blitz and got after them.
But occasionally, you want to pass it on 3rd and 1. I mean, not a lot for sure, but sometimes just to keep the defense guessing.
Oh, no doubt. You want to break tendencies as you go along with a game because you don't want them to just say, oh, 3rd and 1, we know exactly what they're going to do. But in this situation, as an offensive lineman, as a running back, I want to know why I didn't get the football.
And now this is going to depend on the spot. And they say he's just short. So still over 3 minutes remaining in this game, but boy, not getting that when that hurt.
That's a little bit demoralizing, so they have to be careful about that because still have an opportunity if they can get some things done on defense. But now, since they've taken over on downs, a team with the ball, guess what? Going to 4-minute offense, maybe they can put this thing away.
16 yards. 1st down, New York.
Now the Seahawks going to use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. Now a play fake here on 1st down. He'll buy some time right. And that is caught. He's got it for a giant touchdown.
To number 88.
Evan Ingram there to make the grab. And the Giants use the short field to their advantage as they cash in for 6. The PAT would extend their lead, but there is a flag on the play. They're down here in the 4th, and that personal foul penalty is not going to help.
No, in these types of situations, players will tell you that's extra intensity. From where we sit, it's actually frustration, not a good play.
After the roughing penalty on the PAT, they'll kick off from 15 yards further upfield. This one taken just inside the 10. And he's only going to make it to the 13-yard line and no further.
In this position, trying to get back into the game, teams are looking for a spark from their special teams. That's not what they got, though. They got a setback, and they have a long field to cover if they want to try and put points on the board.
Now left side on the swing pass. And he's dropped just shy of the 25 at the 24. A gain of 11 to kick off the drive, and it's a quick first down. Decent start to the drive, but let's face it, they need a lot of things to go right in a short amount of time, down 3 scores.
Yeah, they're going to run their 2-minute offense here in this game, but this is for future games. Can they get bit?
Now that'll be tipped and intercepted. Julian Love picks it. And he will bring it back. It's a pick 6 and a Giants touchdown. That's the story of the game. They've been suffocating all game long on defense. They were suffocating there again in a big way.
And they've done it not just by out-athleting them, which is often the case, but by being able to adjust to anything they tried to throw at them and beating them to the punch each and every time. This was a defense that was well prepared.
Fielded a couple yards into the end zone. And ultimately, he stopped right where he would have been if he had simply gone down to a knee at the 25. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. Saying their fans here are stunned would be an understatement. Things in this wild card round have not gone according to plan. Back to the air, Wilson after the pick 6. Left side complete to Lockett. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. So it's Seahawk football as we march toward a conclusion. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Escaping the pressure right. And eventually taken down here. Great coverage downfield. Dexter Lawrence. He's the culprit, dropping him for a 2-yard loss. Now following the sack, they'll come up here on a 2nd down and 12. Another try after the first down sack. Wilson under pressure again, and down he goes again.
That right now, that's a defeated team out there. I think you can see it totally in their body language.
Hands on hips, heads low. It's just been a struggle from the start.
Yeah, this team has been thoroughly beaten right from the word go.
Adrian Colbert, he was right there in coverage. And that one drops incomplete as he got popped as he was throwing it.
That incompletion is not a surprise with the way that this one has gone, and the frustration of body language is evident everywhere. This team, they've really been put through the ringer in this one.
Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And Wilson's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off around the 41. On 4th down, that turned out like a punt. Maybe he was better defensively there just to knock it down.
And you know they go over those situations. All right, 4th down, where's the ball? Where would we get the ball? But instinct takes over, and when it's in the air, they just go and get it. So it's hard to get on him for intercepting it, but the smart play would have been what you suggested. Knock it down and take over in a deeper position.
Number 26.
The tackle made by K.J. Wright.
I feel like I could see what he was thinking on that carry. Wanted to follow that big tackle through the hole. Ended up only getting 4 yards on the carry. I think he had designs on that one being bigger.
Jones, off play action, sliding out of the pocket. And now he's going to use his legs. It's just a gain of a couple there on the scramble, and now it's 3rd down.
Now how about that play? He took a possible negative and turned it into positive yardage and slid down to avoid taking a big shot. Excellent job getting down and avoiding the big hit.
Well, 1 win down, still 3 to go to get to the most hallowed ground in sports, but a good start.
A terrific start because they get to move on. Unfortunately for the team that lost, it's a long offseason ahead for them now.
So that'll do it for us. For Charles Davis and all our crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. From